Hello, this is just this is after I've done the video that you're about to watch. I just want to highlight to the backpackers and travellers, I have the utmost respect for you guys. What you do is a great thing. It's a great life experience. So although the video may look a bit negative, a bit anti-backpacker, it's not. I've got the utmost respect for you, but I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm far from an expert actually, but give my video a listen, and I will give you some advice about travelling and backpacking. I was never a backpacker myself, but it's still relative what I say. I think there's too many experts out there giving false information and false info. But keep doing what you're doing. Go and enjoy life. It's a great thing that you do. Experiences that that will last a lifetime. Okay, cheers. Good morning. This is my second video on sort of like Thailand and travelling and what have you. It's actually quite chilly here at what time's that? 10:15 in the morning. And I've never ever in the 20 odd years I've been here, coming here, felt it this cold at this time in the morning. Unless it was raining, and it's not raining. It doesn't look like it's raining, it's just cloudy. So yeah, travelling. TikTok, I don't use TikTok that often anymore because it's become rammed with experts, especially the backpacker types. I'm not slagging backpackers, but you don't have a clue what you're talking about, most of you. You give out terrible advice to people. The whole 7-Eleven bros doing the 7-Eleven. Oh look, the food in the 7-Eleven's great. If you were really that kind of way inclined the way to help the local economy and stuff like that, the last place you would go is a 7-Eleven, because they're a global conglomerate. You're supposed to help, the mum and pop stores are all there ready for all your stuff that you need. But travelling, like I saw a guy yesterday. I mean, he seems a lovely guy. He's never really travelled before. He packed toilet paper because he wasn't sure the toilet paper would be okay in Thailand. Mate, everything else he packed was all right. He had sun cream and all that. I mean, I buy the sun cream here and people say, it's cheaper in the UK or something. I can't, whichever way, we thought the sun cream was better in the UK. It's the exact same stuff, and trust me, sorry, I've got a round nose. Anyone that knows me, my iPhone burns me. The glare of the iPhone burns me. I sunburn extremely easy. Look there, you can see that peeling, I burn badly, right? So the stuff they get, I did put sun cream on my arms, I never do, which is silly, but on my dome and whatnot I do. It's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, once with my shower, cream, head to toe, and I use a factor 50 and I don't burn. And trust me, if it was bad, I would burn. Now, I've been to roughly between 130 and 140 countries, 2 UK passports. I've been doing that since I was 17, travelling since I was 17. People say, do this in this country, do that in this country. Do you know something? I've never changed the way I act in any country. Just don't be a so-and-so. If you act up in any country, whether it's Brazil, London, Sydney, Bangkok, you're going to have a problem. It doesn't matter what country you're in. If you're just a decent person, you get on in life extremely easily. So my strong advice is stop listening to people on TikTok, especially the ones in Thailand telling you all this stuff. They talk garbage, 90% of them. Don't get me wrong, there's a few good ones, but most of them you're sitting there like that. Like I was talking in my local last night to Brian, and we're talking about this subject, and he's been here longer than me. He was a gaffer here, he worked in the oil game here, and we both agreed we've not got a clue about this country, man, in a good way. We get surprised all the time, in a good way. There's a lot of wow moments, and it's funny, weird, I didn't see that coming moment, and it's great. That's part of the charm. But the main one I say about Thailand is don't hire a motorbike or a scooter, because if you come off that, you're paying for a new one, and it's life-changing if it's bad, because your holiday insurance will not cover you coming off a bike, a scooter, a motorbike. Now, I get it. I know how good it is driving about in a scooter in the country. It's amazing. It's great. But if you come off it, there isn't a week goes by I don't see a GoFundMe for somebody that's come off. They've lost an arm, or, horrific injuries. they need it. They need money to fly home because their insurance, their medical insurance won't cover it. You know, because if you read the small print on your medical insurance, you'll have to have had a proper helmet on, a rated one. You know, not one you buy out off a market down in Pat Pong. You'll have to have long trousers on. You'll have to have a jacket on. You know, it's and the people that own the motorbike, they want their money as well for the damage. You know, and they're getting it. So just be a nice person, enjoy the place. But all these people travelling with extra toiletries and stuff like that, I being male, I'm not female toiletries and female things. I can't comment on. You know, I understand they can be extremely personal. Yeah, but see, when it comes to the deodorants and stuff like that, just buy it here, because you've got to think about your weight, your bag weight and stuff like that, especially if you're backpacking. You know, but be wary of and scams. I've never been scammed. You know, just be aware. Don't, in the jet skis, do not hire a jet ski. Do not hire a jet ski, because bad things happen there. You know, they'll say you've damaged it and you're paying for it. You know, and another one, keep your goddamn top on. Keep your top on. The only place you shouldn't have a top on is beach and a swimming pool. It's offensive. It's an affront. It's Thais don't do it. They don't like it. It's disrespectful. And people say, well, the Thais never say anything. That's because you don't understand Thais. They won't. They don't want to generate a confrontation with you. You know. And I remember there was this guy, a Geordie, big Geordie guy, and on his bio it was something. He was a life guru. And I'd said, and he was in party, and I remember I said to him, mate, put your top on when you're walking about. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. You know, you're making a fool of the Thais. They don't like it. You get in the back of a taxi, a yellow taxi, yellow and green taxi. Filmed himself, and he said, top off, sweating all over the leather seat. He said to the taxi driver, "Oh look, are you affronted by me wearing a top?" And the taxi driver said, "No. This proved how little he knows about Thailand. The taxi driver, number one, he's wanting his money. That's the main thing, he wants his money. And they don't know Thais, it's all about face, Thailand and face. They don't want a confrontation. They'll say, yeah, it's just to keep the peace. Don't keep your top on. The same with the girls, dress accordingly. You know, don't walk around in a bikini away from the swimming pool and beach areas. The Thais find that, you know, and I know I see it all the time online, lads walking around, all the tattoos, and they obviously take care of themselves. And good luck to you. I mean, I'm envious that you've got I'm envious of you that you've got the go to the will to keep fit. I'm a mess, right? But please keep your top on, right? And I don't make the rules here. That's just the way it's been. And you'll see people doing it all the time. That doesn't matter. Keep your top on. It's in the front, and just enjoy yourself. Like when I say I've never been scammed, I've probably had my what you call your bill has been padded now and again. You're talking 50 pence. You know, that's not a good thing. But what I do, if I'm in a bar and I'm running up a bill, after say every 2 or 3 beers or 2 or 3 rounds, whatever you're in, I when the girl brings back the bill to put it into your little holder, I look at it. I go like that. Can I nod my head like that? Yeah. Even if I'm absolutely blind drunk and can't see it, it shows them that you're watching what's happening. You know, and that's just a little trick that I've always done. Like I say, I probably have had my bill padded, as we call it. Other scams, I just don't. You know, I just say no, thank me, I'll crap. Just say no, thank you. You know, especially to the jet skis, people. And another thing, like when you're on the beach, sometimes I'm not a particularly beaches person, but if you're on the beach and there are people that come along and they give you a nudge when you're lying there trying to sell you something, you know, the wall, the pictures with elephants on it and all that, be polite. You've got to remember they're poor. I've seen where the people live at night, they're in a room, you know, 20 foot by 20 foot with 3 other people, no air conditioning, it's not nice. Just be pleasant to them. But the thing is, most of you are, but I rarely barter as well. If I see an old wifey walking along the beach you know, with the 2 baskets bent over, selling water, and she wants 10 baht for a bottle of water. I don't barter over 2 baht with them. You know what I mean? Just, and people say, oh, the Thais like that, Thais do that. Thais actually don't do it. You know, just the bartering thing. I don't barter anymore. I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? And I know, but I know people really enjoy bartering, but that's fine. Never barter for food, ever barter for food. Food is the price it is, you know. And people say, "Oh, I wouldn't buy the food that's been on the beach all day." There's maybe something to that. I've never been ill. The only place I get sick from proper food poison was got to keep myself legal here, because in Thailand, if you bad mouth something, you can end up with a lawsuit. The chances of that happening are some. But it was one of the big American fast food places. I ended up it was 3-4 days. It was awful. But excuse me. And I'm going to assume some of you assume that you are you've got food poisoning when you arrive in Thailand. What happens is when you go to different countries, your body adjusts to the water, etc., and you can the heat, the humidity, your body changes a little bit, and you can end up needing the toilet a bit more often than you should. That's not food poison. That's just, you know, if I was to fly back to Scotland tomorrow, I get there. What day is this? Thursday. If I get there Friday. Saturday, I probably have to be a bit closer to the toilet. That's just me getting used to the water again from brushing my teeth and the atmosphere. That's extremely normal. And trust me, someday you'll know anyone that travels as much as me. That's maybe a bit cocky to say, but somebody that's as well travelled as me, that's very normal. It's not that you are food poisoning. The water, yeah, obviously bottled water. Yeah, see the machines you get in the street. You know the ones you'll see people topping up their bottles with. Trust me, we've got them offshore. We and I know how often you need to maintain them, how often you need to change the filter. I wouldn't. The ones in Thailand, and I'll tell you this unequivocally, I wouldn't go near one for all the tea in China. You don't know when that filter was last changed. You know, and just buy the bottled water out the 7-Eleven or the mum and pop stores. I would top up. And what you say, you're saving 2 baht, which doesn't even register as 1 cent. Buy the bottled water, ladies and gentlemen. Don't use those ones in the streets. Okay, you'll see the Thais using it. Some will use it, yeah, but you know, that's people that are extremely poor doing that. If you're out here and that's what the level that you're at, that you're that poor, that as a backpacker or a traveller, whatever you want to call yourselves, if you've got to use that, get on the plane and go home. You can't afford to be here, you know. But just come and enjoy yourself. Be nice, you know. Thais are great people, absolutely brilliant people. When you're in the bar, they want you to stay in the bar to spend money, and they will throw shots your way and all that. I mean, I don't drink the shots anymore purely because of my absolute Jessie. I end up, the tequila to me is like drinking poison, you know. And although sometimes you get caught up and you end up you don't have to drink them, but you end up doing it. But it's hangover central the next day. But like I say, people say, oh, when you got up to town, you've got to do this, do that. I've never, ever changed. Again, I've said this already. I've never changed the way I am in a country. Stay out of politics. Stay out of politics. They're all family and all that. Politics in any country, in any bar, even your local bar in Scotland or England or the United States, politics just ends up in a bad place. But when you're in a foreign country, keep your counsel. Keep your counsel about politics, because I remember a lot of these countries, politics is quite a volatile topic, you know. And I'm sure all of you know about Thailand as well. The king's very well thought of, just, you know, and that's, you know, he's a good guy. And keep, you know, just, you know, you've no need to talk about that, you know. But just enjoy yourself. In the past, I used to say that the three main things I used to say: make sure you've got holiday insurance, get a SIM card, and get a rabies shot. I would definitely get the rabies shot before you come here. Because I'm sure a lot of you will go and see the monkeys and you'll see the dogs, the wild dogs. Soy dogs are called street dogs. If one of them tags you, because rabies is here. So get the rabies shot, whether it's in Boots chemist in the UK, or if you've not got it, go and get it in Thailand. It's not expensive. the chances of you being bitten and all that are extremely slim. Better safe than sorry, as they say, you know. Yeah, so just come here and enjoy yourself. And like I say, and I'm going to contradict myself, don't listen to people online. Just come here and be the nice person you are. But please, I beg you, don't hire a motorbike or a scooter. Don't hire it, because if you come off it, it's life-changing. You know, I don't want you to come here and have that, and you know, having to beg for money on GoFundMe, or your parents have to sell their house to get you back and pay for the hospital bills, because the hospital bills are all built up. You know, get an international driving licence from, in the UK, you could just go and get it from the post office. It's a £5 or something. Take a photograph with you. Hire a car. Cars can be cheap enough that you can get a car for like 30 quid a day and buzz, especially when you're up north. It doesn't matter where you're in town. Hire a car. Go buzz around. You know, just remember, film the car, take a video of the car before when you hire it, to any scratches and dents and whatnot's on it. But the motorbike, please, because I've got a Rangers page with a lot of people, a lot of volume through it, like millions of views a week. I bumped into a couple from Glasgow. I saw them at Glasgow airport. They recognised me for a video, and I said, look, I'll see you in Dubai. And I had a pint with them in Dubai with the 3 hours 20 stopover in Dubai with Emirates. And I said to the chap, I said, listen, do me a favour, don't hire a motorbike. And he said, oh, well, all right. And he didn't. And I've kept in touch with him via WhatsApp, and he said he was glad that he listened to me that, because he's, number one, he said he saw far more. He's up north at Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai, etc. He said he saw far more in the car than he would have on the motorbike, and you're safer. You know, at least if you have an accident in a car, you're insured, because the company you get it off will have insurance in the glove compartment. And if you have an accident, God forbid, at least you've got that shell around you of the car. And you know, and I know for a fact, if you're driving a motorbike, you'll drive without a helmet as well. So I used to, and that's the other one I used to say, make sure you've got good health insurance before you go out. The post office in the UK does it, AXA do it, yeah, get good quality. And this is terrible, so make sure you can be repatriated if the worst happens, you know. Because to get somebody back to the UK from here, I think £25,000 or something like that. You know, and if you've not got that insurance, I'll move on from that quick, because it's not a nice subject, but just so you know. I also used to say, make sure you get a SIM card when you get here, a Thai SIM card, but I know a lot now use the eSIM, so I'm kind of, it's not that I'm out of touch with that. I've got a Thai SIM card, a 5G SIM card, so I use that anyway, but I know a lot of people use the eSIM now. It seems a way forward. I know my phone can use it. In fact, I've actually used it offshore at sea. I've used an eSIM at sea. But yeah, the TikTok's spoiled Thailand, I feel, because so many of their experts, and this 7-Eleven thing, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to raise money so they can stay here. You know, I'm retired out here now. I earn enough off my own, not this kind of video, but my Rangers, when I earn £1 or £2 over the month, and just with my savings, the sale of my flat. But come here, enjoy. And I'm not saying, listen, again, I contradict myself all the way through this, but if you're sitting in a hostel, like I've got the utmost respect for you people that stay in a hostel. To me, that's just hell on earth. Hell on earth. But what I do love seeing, and I do watch your videos, I love the fact that you never hear a thieving going on, you know, because that'd be my first thing. Oh, is my bag going to get robbed? Is somebody going to dip my bag? I think that's amazing, that. And I'm not saying sitting in, I'm assuming most hostels have a bar or a bar close by them. Do listen to the ones, but listen to the ones that have been here a year or two, not the ones that have been here 2 weeks. You know, there's nothing wrong with learning from their experiences, but you can get overloaded with information in Thailand, which is probably what I've just did. I'll finish the video. Get health insurance. Don't hire a motorbike. Get rabies jab. Be nice. Cheers. One more thing I forgot to add. See, in the morning, in your water, electrolytes, I put 2 of them in a litre of water in the morning and down it. You know, and also see, before you go to your bed, see if you can drink water with electrolytes in it as well. It makes your hangover go away, but electrolytes are a big deal, by the way. Make sure you drink them, okay? Cheers.